In this video we're checking out this amazing private aquarium gallery. We have rare shrimp, we have carnivorous plants, beautiful nano setups. Let's get started. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dutch mode off, English
On.
on. Right, so we made a video together. I checked it, it was like March 2022.
Is it 2 years
So
ago?
like almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Yeah, it was in the winter.
A lot has changed since then, right?
Yeah. New house,
New house,
new scapes.
and now you literally have your own private space.
Yeah, yeah. It's started to get out of hand a little bit.
I'm jealous, man. This looks amazing. Okay, so I'll grab the camera and then we just kind of go over every single setup.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
I'll let you decide where we start.
Shall we go from left to right?
Left to right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. What do we have over here?
This is the Dua 30 by 30 by 45. I think it's one of the bigger ones that I have in the collection. I use Wasa Filterless 100 at the back with some easy lily pipes. Yeah, it's I don't know, it was kind of an idea to make a forest scape with a little path to the back. I'm not a huge fan of making path, but this time I included it. It had some struggles with all the algae that came in, but we fixed most of that. So the moss is still a little bit damaged and some boost has been replaced, but now it's going more steady, so I'm quite pleased with how it's going.
Yeah, interesting tank with this double bottom layer.
Yeah, it's most of the neo glass. They all have the same rim at the bottom. It's a little bit higher.
It's purely just for aesthetics, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I like it. Looks good. So what do you have in here in terms of fish?
There's some rasboras, Chinese rasboras in it. I used to have a betta, but I gave it to somebody else who was really into them. And now my Darios are coming more out because they were still sharing the tank, and I'm a little bit more fan of the Darios. There's some autos in it, and I found out that some of my juvenile shrimp survived as well, and they're getting bigger. So you can find some red fishbone shrimps in it as well. I think that's it.
Yeah, they're cool. Carolina fishbone?
Yeah, Galaxy fishbone.
Galaxy fishbone.
So the fishbone pattern at the back, and you can see a little bit of the dots, and that's what they call the Galaxy. That's a little bit more to the let's say the face of the shrimps.
Mm-hmm. What size was the tank again, you said?
30 by 30 centimeters and 45 high.
Okay. And then you have a Chihiro slide.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of these, right?
Yeah, with the app and everything on it, just works so good. So, you know, I open the app and I have all my tanks in it. It's just, you know, the combo that works really good. So, yeah, I'm a tiny fanboy of Chihiros.
Yeah. I like that you use glass lily pipes.
Yeah,
this is the Aquario holder, right?
Yeah. I started off with the plastic Aquario tubes, and I just didn't like the skimmer.
No.
And it just didn't work for me.
Can we see inside the cabinet, or is that like a secret?
It's nothing special. Yeah, you cannot see. It's only some maintenance equipment, some fish food, some HP fix.
I was looking for the filter, but it's...
Yeah, it's a custom made. It's you can see it from the right side. It's a little bit messy with all the wires, but who doesn't have it? So you can see the CO2 kit is at the back from Arca. It's a bio CO2 bottle, the chrome one. It's pretty dope. Works really good with a night switch as well, and a custom made holder for the Filter Smart. So it's just yeah.
Cool. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, that's a little bit tinier though. It's the 20 by 20 by 35 centimeters. And I used the Bomb Lava rocks from Wio. They're a little bit orangey. And a lot of booze, grips. And yeah, some Galaxy fishbone as well. It started off with this tank. And I got so many juveniles, so many babies. So I need to spread them out a little bit.
So this is a no filter setup.
They're all no filter, yeah, except for the big one on the left, but all
Every single
Little
one on
duos,
this.
yeah, on this cabinet are all no filter, except with like tiny USB pump on that one, but they're all no filter.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what have you used for substrate in here then?
It's yeah. There's not really fertilization from the substrate. It's I think one of the Dua substrates. I don't know which one it's called, like river soil or something like that. Tropical river soil. But yeah, it's not really soil. There's not really filter of fertilization in it. So I just do it with liquids.
I can imagine this is quite tricky because I've done a few no filter setups as well, but I always use a lot of like fast growing plants to kind of balance the tank, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm just seeing like a lot of slow growing plants in here.
Yeah, it was pretty challenging with the crypts.
So how long has this one been up and running?
So that's a good question. Damn, I don't know. I think I started maybe not a year. So it's less than that. I started here in this room.
Okay, so like 8, 9 months.
Yeah.
So you're just doing regular water changes and that's it.
Yeah. Usually I just eyeball these tanks, you know. So I just do like 30% mostly. Not too crazy. Maybe 2 times a week.
Nice. Next to that one, what do we have here?
Yeah, that's one of my oldest setups. I think it is my oldest setup. Yeah, it's only a little bit bad timing now that we film because most species are dormant now that are in the tank. So they're just still seeds and they will pop up later.
It's a bit of a seasonal tank.
Yeah, it's a seasonal tank. Yeah, I made a mistake, but you know, you live and you learn. It's yeah. With dormant species, you cannot really control them, so you plant them, they die off, and eventually they will pop up later. But you can still see the flowers from the Utricularia carnifolia.
Really cool.
Yeah, they're really tiny, as you can see. So it's just it's an ever-changing scape. It's pretty dope.
Cool. Next up.
Yeah, this is
A new
version
project?
2.0. Yeah. I started this one a couple of months ago and didn't go really well. I had a lot of algae. It wasn't really growing. Everything was melting, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. So I just binned it. Also, the Talawa wood, as you know, if you glue it, it just gets soft and falls apart. So I just took the tank apart, did it again, glued it again, placed some soil under the substrate from Wio, and started over. It's still a little bit of a tricky tank. The plants are doing a little bit better. It's not melting anymore. Only the water's still a little bit milky, as you can see, but it's getting better. It's getting out there. So
Yeah.
tiny water changes.
The water is not as clear as the other one, indeed.
Yeah.
But this one has only been set up for 2-3 months.
Yeah, 2 months
Okay.
tops. Yeah, it takes time. This one, especially with the no filters, like you said. It's just it's
Well, I like the lava background. You just made it yourself.
yeah. It's just some fiber plastic, or how you call it in English, and I had some silicone at the back and just pressure rocks in it, some soil in between. It's a different aesthetic.
Yeah, very cool. And then this one.
Yeah.
This one is really cool.
Yeah, this is a little prize winner. I competed with ELPSC this year. I'm not much of a competing guy with tanks, and with the AGA as well.
Okay.
And the tank got 3rd place and 2nd place. So
Really?
and it wasn't as stunning as as it is now. It's doing a lot better now with the flowering Pogogestemon.
Pogestemon erectus, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
As you can see, low fertilization, a lot of light, will get real cool colors.
Is that why it's turning pinkish?
Yeah, it's the same with Hygrophila pinnatifida, that it will just turn a little more red or pinkish.
Okay. So you have a little waterfall in here?
Yeah, it's just a tiny USB pump from Amazon and a little tubing and a lot of glue.
So that's the nano, how would you say that?
Yeah, cabinet or shelf or
It's IKEA, right?
yeah, it's IKEA Besta. You can see it of the hanging doors.
Yeah, they're perfect for things like this,
Yeah, they're solid,
Yeah.
especially when they're not too heavy. And you can place a 45p or bigger on it, but you just have to make it a little bit more solid with wood inside. But you know the drill.
Yeah. Okay, and this is another really cool project.
Yeah, it's the Duo H23.
That's the tank.
Yeah, that's the tank. That's the tank, and what's it called? It's the 60 by 30, 18 centimeters at the front, 23 at the back, and they used to make them for you know, those walls that you place on the back from Do Itself.
The mist wall.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get my hands on them, and they were pretty expensive as well. So I thought, you know,
You just make something yourself.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty funny. It's a plastic sheet as well.
Like acrylic or.
Yeah, acrylic. And I ordered, I don't know if you know Hygron. I ordered it before, and this was the wrong place to order for some reason. They threw it through the door with a package, and it was like a doormat. And I was like, okay, what is it? I'm not going to use it. So I put it in the shed, and later out, when I was building this tank, I thought, okay, it fits perfectly. So made a little USB pump as well. The filtration will go up here through with little tiny holes and will dribble down, like, you know, through the mat. It isn't going as wet as I want it to be, because the mat is pretty thick, like I said. It's like a doormat almost, so it isn't the hygrolon we are used to using as aquascapers. But you know, I spray it almost every day. Sometimes, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I just make my round. If everything is not leaking, everything is going well, just spray the back wall, and you know, then the workday starts off.
Because I mean, like you're an aquascaper, but you're also really into these terrestrial plants, right? Because I know absolutely nothing about these guys.
Yeah, yeah, they're the leftovers from, you know, the other hobby that I had. I had a lot of aeroids and orchids. I was really into miniature orchids. I also had some cabinets here, but you know, it took too much of my time to maintain everything.
Yeah.
And I wanted to pick size, and I'm more into the aquascape. So I thought, you know, just give the orchids to somebody else and keep some for the wall. So mostly these are miniature orchids. These as well. This one.
Yeah, I mean, I like all the plants, but I'm more curious about these little guys in here.
Yeah, the Sulawesi shrimp, Caridina denali. It's I think it's the most awesome shrimp we can have in fresh water.
These guys are really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're a bit rare as well, right? I mean, you don't really see them very often.
Yeah, I saw them in the store actually once, and I instantly bought them. I was like, okay, I have to go back. I didn't had the tank up and running, so I built the tank quickly, and I thought, okay, I gotta have them. So cycled the tank pretty quick, bought these guys as a tryout because they were pretty expensive as well here in Holland. And as you can see, now they're a little bit shy because we have been moving a lot in front of the tank, but you know, it has been quite a lot, like a little baby boom. So
how many would you say are in there right now?
yeah, I think more than 100 easily.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't expect it, but I don't know, for some reason they breed so easily, and I don't know, just with the normal, just with the rocks, just a few plants, it's just they pop out.
So you're keeping these on tap water?
No. When I bought them, they were on tap water, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of keeping Caridina's on tap water. You can do it sometimes to change them, but they will never really breed. So I changed the pretty hard tap water to RO water. So the TDS is around 170 to sometimes it goes up to 200.
So we had a decent sized tank, then we had a bunch of nanos, then we have the good sized paludarium, and then what do we have over here, man?
This is my 8890p. And,
so that is just classic 90 by 45?
Yeah, 45, yeah. It's, I saw these rocks at Wio as well, and I thought, okay, these look pretty damn good to make like an Australian biotope. But I should have done some more research in combination with fish and plants before starting this, because it was quite hard to find plants from the same region or even from Australia, and the same with fish. You know, getting rainbows is pretty easy, but getting different fish from Australia is quite hard here, especially with shrimps. So I let it go a little bit. As you can see, there are threadfin rainbows in it now.
Yeah.
A little group of 15. Some Amano shrimp as cleanup crew in combination with some others.
Yeah. So it's not like a real true biotope, but like, how would you say, like Australia inspired?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if they really have the red rocks over there in the rivers and stuff like that. Maybe I'm completely off. But you know, it's just, I always had the idea that they have like red rivers and stuff like that. So I thought, you know.
Nice, man. Can we see inside the cabinet, or is it not allowed?
Yeah, you know, shove everything under the bed.
I know.
Nothing special.
I know you keep it very clean always.
Yeah, it's a Biomaster 600, 650. I think 600 is with thermo.
Mm-hmm.
With CO2 Art Pro Elite, I think it is called.
Yeah, Pro Elite.
Yeah, you can always attach another one in it, you know, with the little blocks, so it's pretty good. With a reactor in it to get the CO2 better in place and not get bubbles everywhere. And yeah, nothing exciting actually. It's just quite easy tank setup. No
Nice.
second filter or stuff like that. It's pretty easy.
The light is, of course,
Skylight out of
Skylight.
spot. Yeah.
You like it?
It's one of my favorite. I had edition 1 at the apartment, as you know, and when I was sitting on the couch, you don't get the light in your eyes, and it was already really good light, but now with version 2 with the app and also popping more reds and stuff like that, it's an amazing light. And I've seen it at your place as well, you know, with different plants. It's yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy with it. So
Nice. Australian biotope is not something that you see very often, so I like that you chose to do something different.
yeah.
And then final project is a work in progress, right?
Yeah, maybe some space in the corner as well, but you know, it's just this is the next project. I like the glass. A lot of people like the glass, but I don't think it will be solid enough for the ideas that I have for some bigger tanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're gonna reinforce this one a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be reinforced, so we're probably gonna replace the glass for some thicker wood. I don't know.
Okay, man. Thanks for giving us another tour of your place.
Sure, you're welcome.
Really love your setups.
Anytime.
And I think it's still going to be evolving, right?
Yeah, sure. More tanks coming up.
More tanks
and then,
coming up.
We can do a 3.0.
3.0. So I guess people should follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, Frankie
That's
Jones.
the best place. Because you
Yeah.
were thinking of starting a YouTube channel, but
Didn't got off the ground. You know, I prefer scaping with a little bit more or less camera, a little bit more my own hands. So it's
okay.
it's hard.
Guys, make sure you follow him on Instagram. Thanks.
Okay. Take care.
See you guys next time.